you have to do is tell us ahead of time so that we can give you the assets. That's really it, because we want to make sure that everything's getting broadcasted. We'll also let you know what games you're going to be casting and what side ahead of time. That way you know what's happening, and you'll be good to go.
Yep, and we're going to do our best to consolidate everything under the brand name of the Quick Shot Tournament, meaning that we will have a YouTube for it, for everything to be posted. I believe we're going to do a Twitch for it, correct?
Yeah, there will be a Twitch. That'll be up there. We're going to have that running so that you guys only have one place to go if you're looking for that specific tournament. I will not be the sole broadcaster, in case anyone is curious. SuperBadJuju, who is right there, will be able to help make sure that you guys get to see everything you can. Yeah, my mods will take care of the link and fix it because I'm a noob at linking, apparently. So, he'll make sure to get you that content. He's going to be broadcasting the Xbox One side of things. So if you're on Xbox One, you'll have to make sure you add SuperBadJuju on your Xbox Live friends list so he can get in the lobbies easier. It helps speed up that process because the first couple weeks or the first time is going to be rough getting all those names done.
Our settings correct, man.
And I'll drop my name in chat. I have a pretty lame Xbox Live name because I made it when Xbox Live first became a thing, so don't judge me.
Oh yeah, like mine's Coreboy on Xbox Live because I made it. I made it back when I could have gotten Chewbacca. I could have gotten Chewbacca. I was like, nope, I'm gonna get this weird obscure name because reasons.
Yep. Same. I went dissident so edgy.
But yeah, so that'll give you guys a generic understanding. We'll be able to answer more questions about what's going on. All right. But in the meantime, guys, we are getting into the lobby. Match is actually now starting. So we have the game. This is going to be game one. This is a replay since, previous issues. So we'll be back in a minute and with more. So you guys, we can answer your questions and we can get everything done. It is 4v4. Not 5v5. It is 4v4 for your team size. You can have more, but a minimum team size is 4.
Correct.
All right, guys. So we'll be back in a minute. Quick fade it out for the sake of editing. Boop, boop, boo. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the BattleFY Community Cup Week 12. With me, of course, is the one, the only, the SuperBadJuju.
Well, thank you, Seeds.
We're going into game. This is a replay just due to some issues. But right now, what you're seeing on the initial, if you're in the VODs, is you're seeing some initial conversations of a tournament we just leaked. It's called the Quick Shot Tournament. More details will be posted below if you have interest. You can click those links in the little description box down below, and it'll give you all the details of what you need to know going forward. In the meantime, guys, we are actually going into the lobby right now with a new monster player, going with a Clownfish Goliath, going against the Val, Sunny, Hyde, and I think it was a Jack pick. Yep, Jack pick on Trapper, so it's going to be chaos.
It is. That's a real strong team right there, especially against Goliath. But, that Clownfish skin should give him the edge. Makes it tougher to find Nemo.
Yeah, so it's going to be a very interesting setup that they have. They have a lot of options available. It is orbital drill, so he's going to have a large amount of variety for his ability to traverse the map. So it's going to be definitely chaotic seeing what's going forward. For those of you watching now, all of you watching live on Twitch at twitch.tv/aceeds, thank you for chilling out with us as we're going into this lobby and putting up with a little bit of shenanigans as we started it off, as we had some fun with you guys. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a bit of a kappa.
Gotta do what you gotta do, man. I understand. I understand. So this team here, I gotta be honest, I only recognize, 2 of the names.
Yeah, it's definitely community. I would definitely say that because I don't know any of these names, and I consider myself actively involved with the competitive scene.
Yeah. Yep. Well, this is always fun though, because sometimes you get those underdogs that come out of nowhere and just smash through other teams, and it's like, oh my God, who are these people?
Oh, I know, right? But yeah, so one thing to note is it is Clownfish. He did go through Bowling Alley. He's going on the right-hand side. Oh, that sucks. That's rough. When the monster, when a Megamoth spawns right behind you and just is all like, I don't know why I went Orcish for a second there.
When you play Goliath, you fight the hunters about 80% of the time. You fight the terrain and other monsters about 20. It's not like Kraken or Wraith. You can kind of glide over everything. With Goliath, you're liable to smash into something.
Yeah, but what I was getting at point-wise was you have a 1 leap one charge, one flame, which is a farming build for stage 1. So you want to be able to deal a decent amount of damage. You're not going to use charge for damage and mitigation. It's done for mobility. If you're looking for just damage, there are better options to spend that point on. That's a mobility point right there. So it's a nice seed to have those changes in there. So I don't know. We'll have to see what he does to try and... Nope, we're not showing perks yet, because perks don't get shown till first stone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's something the players have requested of us, you know, just kind of try and keep things... what's the word I want? Keep things cloaked from the other players for a little bit. I mean, not that we have too much sniping going on. I don't think we've ever seen it personally, but it's
There's
just
a 90-second delay. It's super... Like,
Yeah.
even if you're gonna... Okay, assuming we have someone that's gonna snipe, it's super hard to snipe.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. It looks like they got a good setup here. That Sunny drone's ready to go. Anytime you get stuck in a dome as a monster, if there's a Sunny, it's so disheartening to see that drone already set up and ready to rock.
Oh, yeah. We're going... Like, it's already starting, though. We see Jack doing a great job doing the repulsor beam, keeping up. But, however, one-man army is doing a great job mitigating hides, trying to get that pressure on. Toxic Grenade's going to be tossed out. Tries to use the leap to try to get distance, but Vlad's right on point with that repulsor beam. Oh, and look at the great wall just stopping him right there. Dome's going to be coming down, though, very shortly. He's almost got it. He only broke through about half the armor, which means this is actually a good first dome for one man, as he's able to mitigate quite effectively, because right now it's all about time.
Yeah, absolutely, you know, and luckily those weak spots have landed on his tail and his arms. He doesn't have any on his head, you know, so they can really hammer damage in. He's been managing to stay out of the fire and the gas and all that. So hey, he made it out of there okay. I don't think they're going to get any damage on the escape here.
Yeah, and right now we're looking at Krite just boosting everyone forward. This is the power of Sunny, as she's just keeping her teammates exceptionally close, which is going to make it hard for one-man army to get that distance. He might be a one-man army, but right now he's already got punished. He's going to get hit by not only an Armadon, but Jack's Repulsor is going to keep him in place for it, too. He's getting ganged up on by not only the Wildlife, but also the Hunters. So, who's really the monster?
Everybody knows Sunny's the real monster here.
But Dome has ended. We are at perks. So why don't we have you recap the perks for us?
Absolutely. It looks like we have our Goliath here. Is it one-man army Goliath, I believe? The name's covered up for me. One-man army. Yes, I think so. One-man army is running move speed right now. Looks like we have... I can't quite see the Sparko things covering it for Hyde.
Oh yeah, we have damage output for Hyde, we have jetpack recharge for Val, we have reload for Krite, and we have capacity for Vlad, which is going to be like reload is a very interesting perk for Krite. The reason why you would go reload as opposed to capacity on support is if you're expecting to have to replace your drone effectively, because the reload does affect your drone's charge up rate. So it means you get those shields up really quickly, which is very good if you're expecting like a quick burst of, you know, rock, then leap, and then wait, and then time in between for it to recharge, because that way you get to block one of those abilities, and you should be able to jetpack the other. So you have those options available to you. If you're looking for a capacity, you're expecting to be a very defensive Sunny, which means you're going to be looking for long distance, which is right now we're looking at Vlad, which that's the power of the reload, which he's able to boost everyone everywhere.
Yeah, and it's... Right now, Jack, I think, is probably my favorite trapper. He's just such a versatile character, and you combine him with Sunny, it can make it pretty miserable on the monster. You know, you have Sunny boosting people all over, and the monster trying to get him while being stuffed by Jack. And I would say of all the monsters, Goliath is one of the more affected by Jack's repulsor, being able to stuff so many of his abilities.
Yeah, and he's just so good at it, too. Like, it's... I don't even know what to say about it. It's just super effective. And right now we're looking at... What's the time right now? We're at 5 minutes, and we still don't have a stage 2 monster. Like, that's... Like, Sunny's just able to apply so much pressure that it's hard to be able to get that distance, even with movement speed. Personally, I just say screw it to the movement speed, and I go for a stage 1 strike on support every time, because that's what's very effective in my mind. Yeah. Or at least with me, anyway. Absolutely. Everyone has their own playstyle, though.
They do, you know, and I'm more of in favor of, you know, your damage or your cooldown on Goliath, just because even with move speed, you know, if there's a Sunny comp or a Val comp, Val negates that entirely right now. We're expecting changes as to how that affects monsters, but right now, if they have a Val and you're getting tranked, your move speed, you can kiss it goodbye.
Yeah, and right now, like, he has gone so far, yet hasn't gotten really any distance, but this will be the evolve that we were talking about. Dome is on cooldown, which means that he'll be able to leave as soon as he gets out, but it does mean they're going to get a little bit of bonus evolve damage as Kreit's coming around the corner right now as he's going in, goes right on Kreit, sees Inab, going to be going right past him, though, and goes right past with a 2-point rock, 2-point leap, 1 flame, 1 charge.
I think my cam might be behind right now.
Maybe?
We'll see. We'll see.
Is he walking into, like, the pillar room? Or the cave area? On the
Yeah,
west?
yeah, he is. That
you're
was
on.
strange that info you had just didn't show. Anyway.
Oh, it's just it was small, and I was locked. Camera. You're good.
Gotcha. Beautiful. So, it looks like he's going to be headed back towards the relay section of the map, which, you know, as a monster, if you want a favorable dome, this back corner back here can give you some good loops and some good, you know, a good area to fight with the hunters. It's not the best, but it's definitely one of the better monster engagement areas here. He's just going to have to be careful not to travel down too far and get domed at the relay. And it looks like they know where he's at. They're kind of trying to flank him right now and basically get around him, come up from behind. Trapper's getting that beam out to narc him out. He's trying to sneak, but that beam will find him. He might be able to haul ass and get out of there, though, before he is seen. It looks like the Reaver here harassing Hyde.
Yeah, they're really close to him right now. They're slowly closing in. If we look at his position, he's actually going to underneath the building, going on the left side. We see them jumping up everywhere. Boosts are being forward. They're trying to spot him out. They know he's approximately in this direction. They just don't know where. But here comes the dome as they just barely catch vision, and off he goes, which means we need to give you the full outlines. That way you guys can see everything that's going on. But we're looking at this right now, and he's just having a good time. And he's got a good little dome here for one-man army.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a lot of opportunities to juke and mitigate, and one thing that he can do is really deadly in this is knock people down to the lower level, push them away out of that sunny drone area, and beat them to death. You know, he's got a lot of spaces where he can beat hunters if he wants to. If he doesn't want to, he's got a lot of room to evade here.
So it's definitely going to be interesting to see what he does in this dome. He has a good amount of options available to him. It looks like he's just choosing to mitigate at this point. He did go up top, and he noticed that it didn't quite work out quite effectively for him, so he's just going to choose to go down below, bide his time, as Jack's trying so hard to get that repulsor and just doesn't quite get it, as he does get the yellow outline, but it was just at the wrong angle that it didn't quite stop him. It only directed his traffic further away from the hunters.
Yeah, that's the thing with Jack, you know, he's good for pretty much anybody, but if you know how to use him, he can be devastating. It just takes a little while to figure out the correct angles for things. I find that, you know, aiming away from the monster and you gotta, you know, curve the beam, essentially. Really work that curve. You can use that repulsor to its max potential. And I don't know. I think we're gonna see a Fleet Till 3 here.
Pretty much is going to be a direct option at this point. He does have Dome available to him, and just, like, he's about, half on a recharge. But Monster's in a great position at a direction point where right now they actually have to split around this pillar, and he can choose to go that way, or he can choose to leap that way. But immediately, Jack's actually on point. Look at that repulsor just locking him right in. And he's just going to be closing that in on him, making sure he doesn't get anything as he tries to get distance. He's going to be keep pushing along that border, trying to get a little bit on, but right now, if we look over at that cooldown, it is just about off cooldown. It's about to pop, and down it comes. Dome's going to be thrown immediately, and there it is. Monster captured. We have ourselves a stage 2 fight with no way to mitigate, so this is going to be a brawl going in as he goes straight on Diego. Flames being used, tries to get the focus fire, doesn't quite get it, as down goes Diego. Medic's a quick down right there. Unable to get boosted away to safety because Kreit's busy trying to protect himself, and it's just unable to get anything. But looking at one-man army, he's just melting through everything, focusing down the medic, gets down the corpse. It looks like Inab's trying to get some damage, throws on the toxic grenade, going to be melting through all that armor, gets through almost all of it. But right now, one-man army extremely satisfied with how that turned out. He's going to choose to mitigate for a little bit and bide his time, because right now he needs to wait it out. He got his strike on the medic, but no, Inab's not going to let it happen. Here comes the Rocco right. Doesn't get connected, though, as it does hit the terrain. We're going to see the repulsor and Kreit going in, getting that mini nuke right in the face, unlocking a full load all over him. Vlad right there on the highbound on the balloon, going to get knocked right around, but no, doesn't. Gets leaped through the face of Kreit, gets dodged, though, at the last second with a jetpack to the side. And Vlad is doing what he can to try and slow him down and control him a little bit, but Inab and Kreit are just melting through damage, trying to see what damage they can get to make that strike on medic at least somewhat valuable.
Great leap smash there coming in. Forced an assault here to pop his shield, and it looks like he might stick around and try and beat on him a little bit. See as how he's got the upper hand. Kreit's looking low. He did a great job that last dome, taking his strike and mitigating by getting to higher ground and knocking anyone off who came to challenge him. He does have Kreit down, Diego down, Inab is low. Shield is on cooldown currently. If he can catch him in time, he should have at least another 20 seconds until that shield's ready to go again.
Looks like he's going to go for Vlad, though.
Yeah,
Vlad's on the run.
Yeah, smart call, I think. Smart call.
He's going to go in. Here we go. We have the thrown leap smash going to be going in. It's going right on Vlad. Vlad's get forced into the cave as the Armadon trying to help him by blocking. Repulsor being going to be used, but it doesn't block stealth pounces, and Vlad's just on the run, trying to keep himself alive. It looks like here comes another strike. Armadon coming in, getting a nice bite out of the monster, but Vlad's on the run. That Repulsor being keeping him alive for that extra second, but unable to keep alive for long. Inab is the only one left, and he might be inable to protect himself for too long. Boom, da pun.
We need a drum crash soundboard, I think.
Oh, I got that. One sec.
We could most certainly make use of it, I think. And Inab's doing the old up and down game, trying to juke him, but as soon as that fire breath comes out, things are done for him.
And he just got melted away.
Yep, and it looks like the outcome is going to be the same as it was last game anyway.
So it is going to be going in favor 1-0 in favor of the PC free agent team going forward. We did get a stage 2 one-man army able to clutch it in. With me, of course, is the one, the only SuperBadJuju. We're going to be going into the next game, seeing what happens going into this match 2. So stay tuned, guys. We'll have more games coming at you in just a minute. Map will be changing. Everything will be changing. We'll be back in just a second. So stay tuned, guys. We'll do that quick fade in, fade out that you guys know and love for the sake of editing and for the sake of the VODs.
Ooh, baby.